All right, let me show you here now. You know what this is?
What, this?
Yeah.
What's the guard?
No, it's a brake.
Okay.
A chainsaw, if you tip, you get the tip like this, it can kick the saw up in your face. So see, you hear that click?
Mm-hmm.
When it kicked up, it doesn't shut the saw off, but it's like brakes it, stops, so it won't keep running.
So should you never cut underneath like that?
Oh yeah, you can cut underneath, but it's when the tip, you can near the tip, it can, because the chain is going like this, and it can flip
it
up.
Wants to fly, okay.
And there's other weird ways that the chain, if you're doing, now you watch that, or you haven't watched it on TV, that guy August Honeckey.
You mentioned him, but
they use it because they got real high powered chainsaws. He takes a big log and he takes the tip and just plows it right straight into a log, which I've never done that, but so it's something you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Being a beginner.
Yeah.
All right, so to start this thing, this is off. Zero is off. That's run. Full choke and half choke.
Okay.
So you put it down like this. Now, see, it won't go down past there. You have to hold the trigger.
So full choke when you're first starting it?
See, it locks the trigger on partway.
Okay.
Full choke, and the throttle is partly on. And push it all the way up, that'll stop it.
Okay.
Okay, now don't start it, but just practice squeezing this and then push it down. And then the trigger, the gas, the throttle is already set on. All the way down. Okay.
So if I'm cold starting it, I always do full?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when you first pull it, if you hear go, that means that it fired a couple times. Then you can put it on half choke.
Okay.
Now, it's not December now, and it's 20 degrees outside. It's hot. So the motor is partially room temperature.
Mm-hmm.
You still probably want to start it with a full choke, but probably pull it once, pull it twice, and if you hear a couple times that fire, then just push it up half choke.
Okay.
And then pull it again, and it should be running. Now, the fact that the throttle is on, it's going to be running pretty good. So then you grab the throttle and just gun it a little bit, a couple times to get the feel of okay, and then it would probably idle down.
So if you're right-handed, do you hold it? You hold this with your left hand?
Yeah. Well, when you're going to start it, you got to hold this with my left hand. I'm going to start it here. Yeah, put it on half choke now. Now you want to try.
I want to try starting it like you did.
Okay, it's off now. Now it's been running, so it would start on half choke. You still want to push that.
It's down.
Okay.
Now can I let it go?
It may start. It may run. Now it's in more.
Now pull it.
Yeah.
Is there anywhere I should set it when I'm pulling? Like.
Well, some guys do it. They set it down on the ground. You put your foot on.
What? Put your foot on here.
Yeah.
That's okay.
But But now the danger part of that is when you pull on that rope, the saw is going to want to pull up because you're pulling.
Yeah.
It could pull the blade right up into your other leg.
Okay, so just do like that. Oh,
see what it did now?
I see that. Yeah. Well, what do I do?
Now you have to, when you're pulling up with this hand, you got to be pushing down with your left hand.
Okay.
And you have to find a good spot. Doing it out here like this is no good. You have to find a pull. Now when I pulled it, you didn't see it move much. See, if you hold it, see.
Yeah.
So you have to pull it completely in line with the handle. You're holding it here. Now I'm going to pull it up right in line with my handle.
my leg off. So when it starts up and it's revving like that, how do you stop it from running like crazy like that? You just grab this,
trigger it once or twice, and then as soon as you trigger it, it'll drop it off of fast throttle. Even if it is running like that, so it don't hurt anything.
All right, well, watch out.
Putting a load on it before the thing is moving. Shut it off a minute. Go up? Yeah. Now, when you're big long branch like that, you don't know what the weight that's on this thing. Like, this lamb here, it's touching down there.
Yeah.
But see, you can tell there's not much weight on there.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're cutting a long limb like that, you probably want to get the one that's on the ground, to get that out. I would cut this one from the top of the bar under here, or go down right here.
Okay.
Right through both of them. Now, when that collapses,
if you can pinch the blade,
it'll pinch the blade possibly.
What do you do in that situation?
Well, you avoid pinching the blade. I mean, it don't hurt nothing, but then you get the saw stuck in there, can't get it out. You got to shut it off.
So as far as safety goes, one thing I thought in my head, tell me if I'm right, I've just thought to always stand to the side of the blade. In other words, I guess my body parallel with the blade rather than like this.
Hold the saw like what you're talking about.
If I'm going to cut like this,
yeah,
rather than cutting, with my body behind the blade.
Your body can be behind whatever's comfortable.
Well, because I'm just afraid of this thing flying. In my mind, I'm thinking if I'm standing like this, there's less possibility for the blade to come and hit.
The thing is, you don't want to be standing in an awkward position, like straining yourself over I'm exaggerating the situation. You're running a chainsaw. You don't want to be some staggering, awkward position. Okay. You want to feel comfortable and secure with where you're standing. Doesn't matter if you're standing on the side.
Well, I'm just afraid. Well, because I'm thinking
when you finish what you started to say. I'm
mentally gearing myself toward what can go wrong and how can I avoid it. So I'm thinking the blade flying back or flying up.
Well, that's why I say you got your hands on the saw, but the blade is only going to kick or fly when you get near the tip. Putting the tip into the water, and it can flip like this.
Okay.
But you have to be ready for that shit. You gotta be, if something happens, you can't freak out. You got to maintain control.
Yeah.
It means putting some muscle behind those.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a whole bunch of shit and things to think about. Chainsaw is not something you just run. Okay, I know how to use a chainsaw. Bullshit. There's so much shit that can happen. And because it's such a fucking lethal tool, that if something goes wrong, it's going to do something wrong, bad, and very fast.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you want to cut this down or practice going up with it?
I would, if I were you, I'd start it, cut this top piece out so it's out, just the top piece, and then if you want, put the saw underneath.
So should I go like that? Or
yeah. But when you're cutting underneath, make sure you got the thing on full throttle.
Okay.
Don't put it all the way down there and then try and gunning it. Okay?
Okay, so make sure. So as I'm coming in, I'm full throttle right now. Like I'm full throttle right here.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm coming in. Okay.
But when you're coming down, be careful you don't get the tip touched against it.
Because
it may kick.
Okay.
Until something kicks on you once or twice. Hopefully not ever so bad that it would hurt you.
Yeah.
You learn, your brain will learn about the shit that they kicked. I didn't know it was going to kick that fast. Or I'm going to get out of the way. You start it up, cut this off, and then come up from underneath. Over here you got more room than right here. Okay. Right here you got more room to the ground.
Okay, watch out.
one cut can be here, and another one here. So you make. Is there weight on this one?
That's, well, yeah, cut it.
That needs to be cut up and get it out of your way. Anyway, so you got your brain a little wet, so to speak.
Yeah.
Your feet, you got your feet in the water.
Yeah. Now cutting that would be different though, because it's long, thicker, right?
Yeah, well, it's a different. You see how fast that can cut through that? See? So you can imagine your leg
Yeah, you'll be cut through right instantly.
go through the bone without you even feeling it.
Yeah.
There was a down in the. I didn't see this. I wasn't there. I'm gonna go down. You know where Brattonall is?
Yeah.
A guy